No difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the God.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Time Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and doing everything in his power to follow through.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Draw play, ETN. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Lawrence to Jones for the Jacksonville first down. On 1st and 10, it's ETN to about the 48-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Lawrence, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Back to the ground with ETN. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On third down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. You have to defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a... There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 53 yards. And the Giants take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. For these two teams, the Jags and Giants, 2 lowest scoring teams in the NFL last year in 2021. The Jags, 14.9 points a game. Giants only slightly better, 15.2. Now, by comparison, you think about the Cowboys, they led the league 31.2 points per game. So more than both of these two clubs combined. Way to go. Straight ahead, Etienne. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got to the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Jones. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man, that's Richie James. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Gano for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. James now to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. 4 yards remain for second down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw. Jones. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. To throw again on second down. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, 28 yards. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Shakes off the sack. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and his throw is incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Jones has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. 3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Patterson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Jones to Galladay, first down, Giants.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, and it falls to the ground and brings out fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 31. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's...
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. A quick throw knocked away.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Touchdown, Giants! Lawrence Cager. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these 2 coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gott.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A first down carry for Barkley to about the 40-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in? And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On third down, here's Etienne. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's James returning.
Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. Touchdown! Kenny Galladay, 40 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Now, this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. James now to return it. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. James has got it. Complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
He's got Bellinger. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll try and throw for it here. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A handoff to Barkley. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosen it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. A slant to Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The New York set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the 29, Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Throwing Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jones. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. On the move past the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Going right back to Galladay. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after it.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Jones now throwing on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. It's James. And he is going to have the Giants first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, he'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, here's Lawrence. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. But to throw again is Lawrence. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. from just shy of midfield. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Draw play, ETN. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain well behind.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Jones on first down. Jones hit and the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. The 30, 20, 10... And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On fourth down, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Barkley. And some space here. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 14-yard line. 226 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Jones dancing to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Way to go. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Again, it's Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.